I want to talk today about the different stages of sleep because it came to my attention that not everybody realises there are different stages of sleep during the night and actually what they might feel like for us during the night. There are actually 4 stages of sleep. The first 3 are what are called non-REM sleep, non-rapid eye movement sleep, and the 4th one is rapid eye movement sleep, which probably most people have heard of during their life. Now, Stage 1 is the very, very lightest stage of sleep. So this is when you put your head on the pillow and you're just starting to nod off. Now, during this stage, you might get what's called a hypnic jerk. Now, a hypnic jerk is actually a muscle contraction that happens during this stage. And you might notice that you jump and you may well wake yourself up and you may actually scare your partner to death if you're lying next to somebody in bed. These are very, very normal. They're nothing to worry about. They don't do you any harm, apart from they can be a bit disturbing. They do sometimes wake you up when you're just nodding off, so a little bit annoying at that stage. Now, stage 2 is still a light sleep, but a little bit deeper than stage 1. Now, during this stage, your breathing and your heart rate become more regular, and actually your body temperature starts to drop during this stage. This is the stage where probably if you're having hot sweats or anything's going on during the night like pain or you've got a cough and a cold, this is probably the stage where you're going to become more awake, more conscious of your surroundings during this stage. Now, because we cycle through stage 2, 3 and 4 several times during the night, you can actually wake up a couple of times a night when you're in stage 2. So that isn't entirely, unusual. You may become aware of your surroundings, you become a bit more conscious during stage 2 sleep. And during this stage, if somebody tried to wake you up, they wouldn't have a problem doing that. They'd be able to wake you up very, very easily. Now, stage 3 you go into next, which is very deep sleep. So this is deep restorative sleep, and this is really good for our physical recovery and our memory consolidation. All that happens during this deep sleep, and we need this. This is really good restorative sleep, and we're going to feel better if we've had plenty of deep sleep during the night. Now, the 4th stage is what is called REM sleep, so rapid eye movement sleep. Now, this is a stage where we often have vivid dreams, and during REM sleep, we're paralysed. Our body, apart from our respiratory muscles and our eyes, which move during this stage, we're actually paralysed. And I think that's so that we can't actually live out our vivid dreams during this stage. Most of us have been in this stage. If we're woken up during REM sleep, we will often remember the vivid dream that we're having. Just to go back to stage 3, the very deep sleep, if somebody tries to wake you up during that stage, they'll have a great deal of difficulty. And actually, when you're in deep sleep, it's difficult to rouse you, and if you do wake up, you're going to become a little bit disorientated. You won't really know where you are for a couple of minutes. Now, those are the 4 stages, and like I said, you cycle through at the beginning of the night all 4, and then subsequently you go through 2, 3 and 4 several times during the night. So if you're waking up with something like a hot sweat, like I say, it's probably in stage 2 that's happening. Now, things that can disrupt the sleep cycles, you've probably heard of most of them. So obviously alcohol significantly disrupts REM sleep. It's going to make you feel pretty groggy and a little bit rough. We've all felt like that the next day after drinking alcohol because we've not had that REM sleep, that restorative part of our sleep. Now, coffee is a stimulant, and also nicotine's a stimulant. So if you're having lots of coffee or you're smoking, then you're going to be less likely to get into stage 1, stage 2 sleep at the beginning of the night because you've had those stimulants. Also, other things that can cause problems for the sleep stages are things like restless leg syndrome and sleep apnea. They're going to significantly disrupt your sleep cycles. So I hope that's useful. If you are waking up with something like hot sweats, if you're a woman that's having hot sweats and you're waking up during the night with them, there are a couple of things that you can do to help. The first thing to do is actually to be nice and relaxed, get cool if you can. We often throw off the covers to cool down. If you can get back to sleep at that stage, that's really great. don't worry about it. It's not a problem. Just, view this as part of, this stage of your life. As long as you can get some decent sleep during the night, you're going to manage the next day. If, however, you can't get back to sleep when you're having hot sweats and you're waking up, then the main thing to do is don't lie in bed praying and hoping that you're going to get back to sleep. If you do that, you're going to set up a negative reaction with your bed. So what happens is that if you lie in bed getting anxious, your cortisol levels go up, and then your brain starts to recognise your bed as being a dangerous place. So that can then lead on to, more severe problems like insomnia. If you find you're awake, after about 15 to 20 minutes, get up, go to a different room, cool down, do something that you enjoy for about 20 or 30 minutes. So things like reading, watching television is fine, do some knitting or some crochet, whatever you enjoy doing that's relaxing. Just don't use laptops, or don't look at your phone. That's going to be stimulating to your brain, so that's not helpful. Just do something relaxing, and then after about 20 to 30 minutes, go back to bed, and more often than not, you can go back to sleep at that stage and it doesn't become a problem. So I hope that's helped. I hope that you've got more of an awareness of what's going on during the night with those stages. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And also I've got another video in the link up above that you might find useful, all about how to improve your sleep.